Before we get into this video, guys, we are in the top 5 running for Fight Culture's podcast of the year. I will put the link down below. If you guys could please vote for us, it's page 25. You don't have to vote for everyone else. We're the ones that matter. So vote for us and enjoy this episode.
Panda MMA, bringing punches with the news. Fight breakdowns, every move you don't want to lose. Catch the latest scoop, like a hook to the chin.
This is Panda MMA News. And now, here are your hosts, Richard and Taylor.
What's up, everybody? It's Daddy Panda MMA News.
And it's Big Poppy. What it's good, folks.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to get into UFC 310, the last pay-per-view fight of the year. We're going to go through the whole card. It's pretty much all bangers from the bottom and up. So first fight on the card is, of course, I get the one with the worst name.
The one where the cat hit the keyboard?
Yeah, Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Luque Brzeski. So I've seen Kennedy fight. I would be lying if I said I saw Lucas fight. Kennedy is 13-5. He is 32 years of age, 6'4" and 83-inch reach. Lucas is 32 years of age, also 6'3", 78 inches of reach. Kennedy is coming off of a KO win over Chris Barnett, my boy. That hurts. Before that, he got knocked out by Dustin Jacoby, and before that, he submitted Devin Clark. As for Lucas, he is coming off of a KO loss to Mick Parkin, and he's also coming off of a KO loss to Waldo Cortez Acosta and a decision loss to Carl Williams. I'm going to go with Kennedy on that one.
Yeah, I got the same one. I just like what I saw from him so far. He comes out the aggressor. He's not trying to win fights by decision. He's trying to make a name for himself, and it's pretty early, I think, in his UFC career. So I definitely agree with you there. So the next fight on the card is old dog who I've grew up watching. We all did. Clay Guida versus a young buck who's also trying to make a name for himself, Chase Hooper, aka the Tactical Noodle. I think that's what they call him anyways. He should be if he isn't. But fuck, man. Clay is an old legend, an old dog, but he's also on a losing streak, which really kills me to say, man. But he's the type of guy, he just goes out and throws those bombs, hair just going crazy everywhere. And for his age, he looks chiseled as all get out. But I think Chase Hooper is going to be a problem for him. He's much taller, much younger, and he's got a reach advantage. I see Chase getting a hold of him and being like a wet towel and just smothering Clay, and age might play a role with him. If it doesn't happen the first round, I see, second round. I don't think it goes past the second round.
Yeah, Chase Hooper is definitely a danger noodle. Just real quick, Clay Guida is 38-21, 42 years of age, 5'6", 70-inch reach. Chase Hooper is 25, 6'1", 74-inch reach. Chase Hooper is coming off that nasty fight with Slava Claus, where he just brutally beat him on the feet. And Slava Claus is a striker, beat his ass on the feet and submitted him in round 2. I'm going with Chase Hooper. I think it's his time. I think he's putting in the work to get where he's at, and I think he's really going to show that he's ready for that next level in this fight.
Bummer, dude, because I love both fighters. Clay's always had my respect, but yeah,
Clay's a dog, man. But every dog has his day.
Yeah,
sometimes a dog has to get put down.
Oh fuck! Hey, dude.
Yeah, But next fight on the card, we have Michael Chiesa versus our boy Max Griffin. Max Griffin was on our show before. We already know our pick here, but we'll just go over the stats. Michael Chiesa is 19-7, 36 years of age, 6'1" with a 75.5-inch reach. Max Griffin is 38 years of age, 5'9", with the 76-inch reach. Michael Chiesa is coming off of a submission victory over Tony Ferguson. Before that, he got submitted by Kevin Holland, and before that, he didn't fight since 2021. Max Griffin is coming off of a decision win over Jeremiah Wells. Before that, he got beat by Michael Morales, which, now looking back, Michael Morales is a fucking monster. So I'm going to go with Max Griffin here. I think he's too aggressive on the feet. He's got the power to put him away. We watched Kevin Holland toy with Michael Chiesa, And, worst case scenario, Max Griffin does have a black belt, but he has really good takedown defense. So I have a hard time seeing it even going to the ground.
Totally, man. I think Chiesa is good, but I think he's gonna have that rust, and I think Max Griffin, he's still got a lot of gas in the tank, and he's gonna be the victor in that fight for sure. So the next one we got is Cody Durden versus Joshua Van.
Before you get into this, Cody Durden is the one that read the message to get him on the show, and he just ignored us. So
dirty fucking
fuck
dog,
you, Cody,
you motherfucker. And just for that, and I was already gonna say I'd choose Joshua Van to win because he's younger. He's got a higher TKO rate finish, and he's just on a tear. Aside from his uppercut loss to Charles Johnson, dude, easy decision. I got Joshua Van here, and he's a lot younger. We're talking 23 versus 33. We got a 10-year age gap, guys. This is like some of y'all's dating profiles.
Yeah, and just to tee the rest of that off, he already got the age down, but Cody Durden is 17-6, 5'6", 67 inches of reach. Joshua Van is 5'4" with 65 inches of reach. Cody Durden is coming off of a submission win over Matt Schnell. Before that, he got KO'd by Bruno Silva. Props to Bruno. Joshua Van is coming off of a decision win over Edgar Chairez. And before that, he decisioned out Kevin Borjas and decisioned out Zalgis Zumagulov. So, yeah, just based off disdain, I'm going with Joshua Van also. Next one coming up is a dog that just won't stay down, dude, no matter how many times we put him down. Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. This is a rescheduled bout. They were supposed to fight a few weeks ago. Chris Weidman is 40 years of age, 6'2" with a 78-inch reach. Eric Anders is 37, 6'1" with 75 inches of reach. Fun fact, we were there when Chris Weidman broke his shin.
Ooh, dude, that was fucking brutal.
Yep. But so Chris Weidman's coming off of a victory decision over Bruno Silva, where I poked the fuck out of him. Before that, he got decisioned by Brad Tavares. Eric Anders is coming off of a decision win over Jamie Pickett. Before that, he got decision by Marc-Andre Barrault, however the hell you say his name. On to the preliminary card.
Yep. Next up, guys, we got Randall Brown, the rude boy, 34 years of age, 6'3", 78-inch reach, 170 pounds, soaking wet or dry, however he comes on, and hopefully not on your back, guys. 3-fight win streak, and he's fighting somebody who I'm starting to really respect, and that's Brian Battle. So, God, the thing about this dude is he does have a pretty high TKO finish rate, but it does match his decisions. Let's look at Brian Battle here. I remember watching Brian Battle on The Ultimate Fighter, and I was just drawn to him. He's an interesting fella, but 30 years age, 6'1", 77-inch reach, 170 pounds. They call him the Butcher. Hello, North Carolina. Brian's got a higher sub rate finish. I was already leaning towards him, and he does have in my opinion, a couple more wins over some, what I would say, more impressive opponents to date. So I got Brian Battle for this one.
I also have Brian Battle, not just because we had his teammate on, but I like Brian Battle. I like his style. But real quick, Randy Brown is coming off a decision win over Elzu Zaleski dos Santos. Before that, he KO'd Muslim Salikov, not a Muslim, but the Muslim. Brian Battle is coming off of a KO win over Kevin Jousset. Before that, he had a draw. You don't see that too often. But, yeah, I think, is he undefeated in the UFC? Okay, he has one loss in the UFC. So, yeah, I'm going with Brian Battle. I think he's just on fire right now. I think he's going to get it done. Moving on to the next fight. This is going to be the official piss break of the card, guys. We have Movsar Evloev versus Aljamain Sterling. This fight was supposed to happen a few months ago. I think Aljamain pulled out. Movsar is 18-0, 30 years of age, 5'6", 72.5-inch reach. Aljamain Sterling is 24-4, former bantamweight champion. He is 35, 5'6", 71 inches of reach. Movsar is coming off of a decision win over Arnold Allen, which is no small feat. Before that, he decisioned, Diego Lopez. That's surprising. Aljamain Sterling is coming off of a decision win over Calvin Kattar, also known as one of the most boring fights of the year. Before that, he got KO'd by Sean O'Malley. I got Movsar. I think he's a natural featherweight, and he beat Diego Lopez. That's no small feat.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think this is a piss break fight. I think Aljamain's going to go and try and be humping legs and wrestling, and Movsar, he's just not a household name yet because he hasn't been on a ton of pay-per-views, but the guy's a fucking lethal animal. And if Aljamain does beat this guy and he beats him in a fashion that Aljamain isn't used to doing, but like in a really nice way, that'll tee him up to really
rematch with Diego Lopez. Diego wants it.
Yeah.
Diego took that fight on short notice. Now that I'm thinking about it, he was talking about it, and he tried calling Movsar out when Aljamain pulled out, and Movsar said he wasn't taking a short notice fight.
Nice, dude. That would be a banger, and I would love to see that. Maybe rewrite history a little bit, but yeah, I got Movsar too, man. The guy's a fucking. You guys wait, you'll see. You're gonna remember this name after this fight card. All right, guys. So next we got Vincent Luque and Vicente Luque. God, the guy's got two fucked up names, if you have, in my opinion. But anyways, good fighter. And he's fighting Themba Gorimbo. I'm going to dive into this guy a little bit because we're going to kind of do a learning.
So Vicente Luque, this was supposed to be Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz pulled out. Vicente Luque is 22-10, 33 years old, 5'9", 75.5-inch reach. Themba is 14-4, 33 years old, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. So he's the bigger guy, and he has less miles on the clock.
His last win was against Nico Price, which I would say that's a pretty good victory right there, man. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 fight win streak for Themba here. He's coming out of natural born Zimbabwe. It's not Zimbabwe. We go to Zimbabwe all the time. We go to Zimbabwe all the time. But I'm talking about, guys, what I'm talking about here is a 33-year-old, 6'1", 77-inch reach, 170-pound Themba Gorimbo, folks. And I do have him to win this fight.
I also have Themba. I think this is a bad fight for Vicente Luque. I think he would have mollywopped Nick Diaz, but
no question, no doubt.
Vicente Luque, I mean, he hasn't fought since when? 2023, he beat Rafael dos Santos, which Rafael's not a natural welterweight. Themba is, and Themba is, since he's been in the UFC, he joined 2023. He's only lost one fight, but kind of a decision king. But I still got Themba.
Themba might be your stepdad one day. You guys better chill out.
Themba. He'll step out to get the milk. But anyways, moving on to the next one. We have, honestly, I'm looking forward to this fight.
I'm actually glad you're calling this one because I think you were the most excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited because this is kind of like the battle of the I don't even know what
just say it, dude.
Well, I'm trying to think of the right phrase. The wash-ups. Yeah. So Dominick Reyes,
the Driftwoods.
His biggest, well, depends who you ask, but his biggest win, air quotes, is John Jones. It depends who you ask. Like I said, he is 13-4, 34 years old, 6'3", 77.5 reach. Anthony Smith is 38-20, 36 years old, 6'3", also 76-inch reach. Dominick Reyes had a nasty KO over Dustin Jacoby. Before that, he got starched by almost everyone. He got starched by Ryan Spann. He got starched by Garry Prochazka. He got starched by Jan Blachowicz. Anthony Smith is coming off of a loss to a middleweight that moved up in weight, Roman Dolidze. Before that, he got KO'd by Khalil Roundtree. And then before that, he beat Ryan Spann. I have Dominick Reyes. I think, especially coming off that big KO win, I think he's going to be riding high. And we watched what Khalil did to Anthony, and Dominick is a similar, he's not the level of striker, but the power. He's got a similar power. So if he lands, it's over. And he's an athlete, so he's very good on his feet. He's very fast. You know, he just has a glass chin, but as long as he can, I think Anthony kind of withers away after like round 2. So as long as he can withstand that, I think he's got that.
Well, and he said too on his last fight, after his fight with John Jones, it really did play an effect on his psyche a little bit. Like he did not look the same. Like leading up to that, I'm like, fucking Dominick Reyes, that guy's a threat, man. And I actually am one of the people that would say I'm pretty sure in my heart of hearts that he won that fight. Call it what you want. It didn't come that way on the scorecard, but whatever. But no, Dominick Reyes, he's gonna be too much man for Anthony Smith. And you're right, dude. If it goes into the later rounds, it's only worse for the old Smith dog.
Onto the main card.
Onto the main. So, guys, we got Duhache, and he's a Korean, South Korean to be exact. 33 years of age, 5'10", 70-inch reach, 146.
5'10". Mine says 5'8".
I'm looking at.
Are you on the what website are you on?
Tap.
Yeah, this is straight from UFC. We're gonna go with 5'8".
All right. Well, hey guys, Tapology is trying to give boys them extra inches.
Just not where it counts.
I don't know if that's an Asian thing or what, but anyways, in the UFC, he's 4-3. Okay. He's coming off a left hook win against Bill Algeo back in July, and that was a second round finish. So he is riding off a win. Let's take a dive now into Nate here, 18-5, 36 years of age, 5'9", 72-inch reach.
Once again, mine says 5'8".
Fucking tap. 145 pounds. Guys, this guy's nickname is the Train for a reason. He's coming straight out of Tennessee, boy, and he's hitting you harder than the whiskey, you hear me? So he's a TKO finisher, man. He's got hands. The boy's got hands. 5-3 so far in the UFC. His last fight was a victory, so they're both coming off of wins. His was first round strikes, actually really early into like 17 seconds into the fight. He put down Jamal Emmers. Never heard of the guy, but that happened back in March. So when you look at who's fought more recently, it's Doohoo Chu, and he must have felt pretty eager to get back in there to make a little bit extra cheddar for the holidays. You hear me, boys? So with this one,
I'm going America.
Me too. Come on, Tennessee whiskey here, boy. Let's go, Nate.
All right, guys, moving on to the next fight. This fight surprised me that it's even on the main card because there's so many other great fights on the prelims, and this one's kind of just a random one, completely random. Bryce Mitchell, 16-3, 30 years of age, 5'8", 70-inch reach. Kron Gracie, 5'2", 36 years of age, 5'8", 70-inch reach. Also, Bryce Mitchell is coming off of a KO loss to Josh Emmett, one of the nastier ones we've seen. Before that, he decisioned out Dan Ige. Before that, he got submitted by Ilia Topuria. Kron Gracie hasn't fought in a cool minute. He's coming off of a decision loss to Charles Jourdain. I think it's just obvious here. I'm going America again.
Same, dog. Same. He better get it done.
Yep. Next up,
guys,
you can tee it off, but I just got to add this part. Volkov was already Aspinall's victim. If Ciryl Gane wins, that'll be Aspinall's next victim.
I think you said it best, dude. We got soggy Ciryl Gane, 34 years of age, 6'4", 81-inch reach, 250 pounds is the Frenchman. Let's take a dive here, guys. We got 9-2 record in the UFC. Sergey Spivak, he beat, and
it's
Sergey. Guys, I grew up in a small town. Okay. But hey, round 2. And that's impressive because Spivak's got a fucking chin. Lost to John Jones. We saw that guillotine happen very quickly, man. And Tai Tuivasa got the dub there in the third round. That was a fucking brutal fight, dude.
Tuivasa almost got him too.
Yeah, god damn. But dude, the way he shut him down, like it was that fight right there that had me going. Because me and him were there that night whenever they fought, when him and John Jones, and I told him, I was like, bro, dude, he's not beating Ciryl Gane. Like, that's not happening.
Daddy corrected him, but
dude, I was fucking wrong. So who would have thought he'd just get an easy trip? Well, it looked easy. John Jones makes everything look easy, but fucking then gets him up against the cage and just gets that deep.
We'll see who makes it look easier, John or Tom.
John, fucking ping pong, baby.
All right, see ya, Volkov.
Yeah. So guys, that's Ciryl Gane. Volkov, let's take a look at what he's got going on. Super tall Russian dude, 36 years of age, 6'7", 80-inch reach, 258 pounds. Okay. He's a TKO 12-4 UFC. And 4 fight win streak, you guys.
Well, his last loss was Tom, huh?
No, Pavlovich.
Oh.
And then before that, Tai Tuivasa, and before that, Alexander Romanov. So, and then what's Rosenstruck? He beat Rosenstruck. So he's actually fucking got a pretty good resume, if you ask me.
Yeah, but his last loss was to Tom.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Oh, okay, yeah. His last L was Tom. Before that, Ciryl gone. So, kind of fitting. But you know what? People grow, and this guy's grown a lot. He's 6'7". Fuck, man. What do I say here? I think
I think we both know what we're going for. Ciryl gone, dude.
Yeah, he already lost to him once, so
yeah. Plus, that's the only way what are we gonna have Tom defend his belt against fucking a guy he submitted in round 1? No, dude. We need fresh blood for Tom. He's already beat almost everyone.
True. Plus, I just think Ciryl gone, as long as he doesn't get taken down. If the Russian has any let's see where he's at with submissions. Yeah, he doesn't really go out there trying to submit guys, folks. He's got 11% win, 30% loss on the subs. Actually, he's not trying to take it to the ground. This is going to be a stand-up banger, you guys, and that's Cyryl's game. He'll get all soggy with it, man. So yeah,
he did shut out Sergey though. Pavlovich, Volkov. That was his last fight. He shut out Pavlovich
in 3 rounds, but it was a unanimous.
Yeah, well,
I guess so. I mean,
still shut him out.
That means a 15-minute ass whooping is what that means.
Yeah, I remember that fight. That was one-sided. So yeah, we both got Ciryl gone.
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on to the people's main event. No one cares about flyweight, so people's main event: Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian the Corner Dweller Machado Garry. They are both undefeated. Someone has to get the churro here. Shavkat is 18-0, 30 years of age, 6'1", 77-inch reach. Ian, the Corner Dweller Machado Garry, is 27 years old, 6'2", slightly taller. His reach is severely lacking, 74.5 inches compared to 77. Shavkat is coming off of a submission win over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Before that, submission win over Jeff Neal. Before that, submission. Before that, KO. The list goes on. Ian is a decision cuck. He's used to watching from the corner. He's coming off of a decision corner watching win over Michael Venom Page. Before that, he decisioned Neil Magny. If you decision Neil Magny, dude, you probably shouldn't be fighting for a number 1 contender. But yeah, I think I'm speaking for both of us when I say Shavkat by whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I do have something to say about it too, but I agree 100%. Shavkat isn't going out there just to get a win. He's going out there to finish you. Like, he's not Ian. Well, he wants to play this survival thing and be like, oh, I can just out wrestle you, and then but I'm not going to do anything once I get you there. It's like, bruh, you talked all that shit, bro. You know who's going to be the new nutritionist in town? Shavkat. That motherfucker is going to be serving you up fucking whatever he is type noodles.
Limp biscuits, son.
Limp biscuits, bro. No, stiff biscuits is what you're going to get.
So you're going to tee up the next one, but I don't know if you remember, Kai Asakura is from 1.
I do remember that. I was so pumped when I heard that they acquired this dude, Kai. 1, because he's new blood, but dude, he's like the Sean O'Malley of the what's he? Isn't he Japanese? Yeah. He's like the Sean O'Malley of Japan, you guys. The motherfucker, he's gonna draw eyes. The UFC, if they aren't already popular out there, it's about to pop, brother. And it's going to be with this guy. I'm so excited to see how this plays out. Let me pull up his Tapology. So, because I don't really know a ton of his.
So while you pull that up, Kai Asakura, actually, I thought he had more followers than that, but all right, never mind on that one. But Kai Asakura, I think what's wild is he's coming into the organization and just boom, instant title shot, first fight.
Right. That is something to be said, right?
It shows you that flyweight's garbage, dude. Because the guy from Australia, what's his name? He had Pantoja a good fight.
Steve Urseg.
Yeah, Urseg was number 9 and he fought for the title. So that speaks volume as to what a shit show flyweight is,
and did a damn good job too. So, you guys, we're gonna go first into Kai Asakura. Bet the homie eats good. I love Japanese food. 31 years age, 5'8", reach is questionable, 33 pounds, and I'm sure that's soaking wet. Guys, 62% of his wins, TKO. Fucking A right. 13-3 in Ryzen, 5-0 in Rings, 2-1 in Road FC. Last fight was a win against Juan Archuleta, and that was a knee strike.
Juan Archuleta is no joke either. He was the Bellator champion.
Yep. Yeah, that's a household name. Yuki Montoya, I don't know who that is, but another knee victory. This one happening via the third round. Those are both Ryzen. He was a Ryzen champ, by the way, guys. So that's enough about Kai. We're going to dive in a little bit to the old dog, Alexandre Pantoja, real quick, guys. We've got the cannibal, they call him. 34 years of age, 5'5", 68-inch reach, 125 pounds, soaking wet. Reach is not questionable. He's the cannibal. He's going to go out there and he's going to try to eat ass, and he brought his own spoon. 12-3, guys, and he's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can count that high sometimes. 6 fight win streak, guys. Count them up. Manuel Cape, probably butcher that. Brandon Royval, Alex Perez, Brandon Moreno, Brandon Royval, Steve Ursid. Here we go. Motherfucker's a beast. I'm a little torn because I would like to see Kai shake things up, but he's going to have a tough task, man. I'm actually going to
look up the odds.
I'm actually going to,
because I haven't seen Kai fight, so I don't know if he has any ground game or anything. Pantoja versus Kai Asakura odds.
24% wins for Kai come by the way of, or 14% come by way of submission. He's never lost by a submission.
So Pantoja is a minus 218 favorite.
And Pantoja's got that good wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've never seen Kai fight, so I don't know how his wrestling is.
That might strike a problem for him because the thing about Ryzen and
just Asian fighters in general, they don't really have good wrestling.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Pantoja here.
I think so too.
To be safe. I would be happy to be wrong, but I think we haven't seen Kai, so
I'd love to see Kai shake up the division, you guys, and cause a little bit of excitement. But man, the wrestling could be a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, that's UFC 310 for you guys. That was actually another card that we agreed on every bout on. We're gonna get into some current events. So first up, we're just gonna talk about the biggest one. Conor McGregor has lost his civil lawsuit against a girl that he allegedly, I don't think I can say the word on YouTube, so I'm gonna say graped. He allegedly graped her. Supposedly there's like evidence that the judge refused to see of like her all over him after the supposed graping. So I'm not going to give any opinions on that. What I will say though is this lines up with that. Conor McGregor's fiance, Dee, she unleashed a little flurry on her. So
tell her kids to warn them.
Yeah, so
like her.
This is the full quote. Imagine a woman with her own boyfriend and child texting provocative pictures of herself to another woman's man with a family and child on the way. This woman claims to know me, yet still went ahead and sent messages and pictures of herself to over and over to my man. Really, whilst on a 3-day bender, texting excuses to her own child at home, where Mammy is on a Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night into Monday morning, all the while out of her face in a hotel room, dancing around a hotel car park. What sort of woman you are. My sons will be warned, women like you exist. And then she put, CCTV does not lie. I look forward to the day the world will see the footage on that night and the carry on of you. I think that was a typo. Not a bother on you. Having the time of your life. This is the real evidence, video footage no one knew was being taken in the moment, which you miraculously don't remember. To me, it looks like you're the one sexually assaulting in the lift. To me, it looks like everybody is trying to get away from you. Little backstory. Apparently, this girl was blowing Conor in the lift in front of like his whole team.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but...
Well, it's no wonder why the judge was like, hey, I don't really want...
Conor has been taken out of the Hitman game. He's also been dropped by Proper 12. That's it for right now on that. But PFL is now allowing elbows, guys. No one cares anyways, but they are allowing elbows. And he brought this one up. I totally forgot this happened, but Bellator stars are claiming that PFL are holding them hostage because they make too much money, but yet they'll pay Francis $8 million to fight.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of hoopla. You know, the elbow thing, I'll be honest, I actually didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's why Kayla can never throw him.
But now that I know that, it kind of makes sense because they do like a tournament style thing. So it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't, but at the same time, sometimes fights are caught a lot sooner with the elbow. And so that means they can be quicker to recovery, but who knows? Dude, I was reading up on one of John Jones' training partners leading up to this fight, Gable Steveston. He's a WWE star now, but
he was also wasn't he like a world champion in wrestling, Division I and all that?
Yeah, freaking beast. Apparently, he liked how he felt when he was rolling around with John Jones. It gave him a second inspiration. He's talking about potentially seeing about getting his feet wet a little bit and going back into the world of MMA. I don't know if that would put him in the UFC, but
it'd probably put him in Contender Series, like Bo.
Maybe Contender Series. How old is that guy though? That's what I would want to know.
Gable Stevenson. I'll tell you right now. I should have typed in age.
That Gable grip though, guys.
He's 24, so he's still young.
Oh shit.
He's got plenty of time. So yeah, I'd like to see that. I like that way Bo's not the only like pure wrestler. I don't know what weight class he'd fight at. It says his weight's 265. He's 6 feet tall. I could see him going to light heavyweight.
That would be interesting.
Maybe middleweight if he could cut down to 185, but then him and Bo are going to be in contention.
Nah, I could see him wanting to do light heavyweight because, I mean, if you think about it, he was John Jones' sparring partner, so he had to be a heavyweight, or you'd think he would be in the realm of heavyweight.
He walks around at 265, but he's 6 feet tall, which is small for heavyweight.
So he's a fucking brick shithouse.
Yeah.
Speaking of jacked brick shithouses, guys, I was reading up on somebody who was kind of venting about Francis Ngannou and like how he is as a sparring partner and stuff. And I've heard it before from other people saying that he's not really the best sparring partner. He's always trying to actually hurt you. He's not really trying to, he's not trying to get better. And he takes things really personally. And I guess in this situation, it was a PFL heavyweight, Denise Galtsov. So I'll probably butcher that. I'm sure I did. But I guess he got him in a situation where he was about to submit him, and Francis got pissed and just started to act out and just take it too far. And it's interesting, because I feel like when you hear about like through paid media and stuff, people are like, oh, Francis is a really nice guy. And then when you hear about the people who are like really actually doing shit with him on a day-to-day, they're like, dude, the guy's a fucking menace.
Well, I mean, that's what Dana was trying to say, but don't know. But that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right, guys.
That's it.
Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it with your grandma. Follow us on Instagram, Panda MMA News 1, TikTok and X, we are Panda MMA News. Yeah, and just a little announcement so you guys know ahead of time. Once there's no more UFC fights for this year, we're going to take a break because there's going to be nothing for us to talk about unless like there's some type of big fight in another organization that we might pop in. But that's pretty much it. Peace out, virgins.
Peace out.